In South Africa, Mrs. Thatcher confirms Britain's former spy chief took... I'd imagine that train spotting would come fairly low down. Train spotters are, after all, normally thought to be, well, boring. But Joseph Porter, drummer with the up-and-coming band Blyth Powers, combines a passion for music with a passion for standing on platforms and writing down the numbers of passing trains. Even the band's name, Blyth Powers, has railway connections. We went with Joseph to Platform 10 of Euston Station in London and asked him when he first developed an interest in trains.
Well, my father was a driver on the Somerset and Dorset Railway, drove steam engines, and maybe it's hereditary, I don't know. I spend as much spare time as I can travelling on trains, standing on stations with the camera, just taking photographs, taking numbers, just looking at them. That over there is 85013. It's not just another locomotive, it's personalised, it's got its own number. I mean, I can remember seeing that engine in Carlisle Citadel Station. And it's not just trains. For instance, I've tried watching trains in Germany and it's not the same, I don't know them. But this coming in here, this is a Class 87, and it'll have a nameplate on the side and it'll have its number. And when I read that, then I've got a whole set of experiences about that particular engine. Oh, it's 87006 and it's had its nameplate removed. That's unfortunate, but I remember seeing that in Intercity livery standing up in Camden Yard a year and a half ago, and it's just, I keep notes of every time I'm on a station, and I write them up neatly when I get home, and I can look back at that, and I can compare each set of notes each day with what I was doing at the time. You know, it's like a diary that no one else can read, in a way.
How is your interest reflected in your music?
56076. Blyth Powers was the locomotive we took our name from. And this is a diesel engine, it's a freight engine. It works around Newcastle on coal trains. It's named after the power station at Blyth.
What train was that just came in?
Oh, it's a Class 313 unit. It's going to local train out to Watford pretty soon. Ultimately, we're not trying to play any particular type of music. We're just playing partially what we can and partially what we like. There is a single out at the moment. It's called Ixion. It's sort of just about doing the same thing over and over again, basically. But, I mean, I'm bound to admit that originally the name comes from a Class 46 locomotive.
You want to be a musician and not a train driver?
If I'd become one, I'd probably be bored stiff with it now. I did actually apply once. When I first left school, I had all the papers to send away to become a traction trainee at Salisbury Motive Power Depot. But I became a horrid little punk rocker instead.
Some folks are never happy. Some are on the make. Some are not content with a slice. They want the whole of the cake. There's the greedy and the malcontent. The weak and there's the strong. We don't entertain the thought we could ever do anything wrong. The unthing knows well, is he ever gonna turn his face away? Is he ever gonna learn that he's never gonna pay? He's gonna be turning round in circles forever. Is the unthing knows well, is he ever gonna turn his face away? Is he ever gonna learn that he's never gonna pay? He's gonna be turning round in circles forever and a day.
Well, that's Ixion, the first single from Blyth Powers, and that's it from this Newsbeat. There's a news update on 1 at 6:30.
Just thinking maybe he could spot the train that ran off with my duffel coat last week.
They don't wanna